Lunch service is in full swing at this cafe on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula.
We are a tourist destination down here. It is stunning. I am in the industrial estate, which is a great space to be. You get a lot of local support.
Hi Nick, how you doing?
Yeah, good, Chaz. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Grab those.
Can you grab those?
The cafe is named for a common expression that many may not realise has Indigenous origins.
Kui meant come home. So come back, it was time for lunch, it was time for dinner.
The hot meals may look familiar, but Sharon puts an Indigenous twist on most of her recipes.
We make kangaroo lasagna down here. We try and incorporate Indigenous ingredients into everything as best we can when we're making products. So with our wraps, we're using lemon myrtle in our tzatziki's. We're using bush tomato in all our chutneys. We are the only Indigenous cafe on the peninsula that we're pretty proud of.
Sharon developed a love of native ingredients as a child, foraging around Kalgoorlie, east of Perth, with her grandmother.
Nan used to take us out bush all the time. We were getting roo for dinner, we ate honey ants, we were taught how to forage for barley grubs.
And Sharon is proud to share her knowledge of native food with the wider community. Like so many small business owners, Sharon had struggled during COVID. Even so, her business was growing steadily until last year's long lockdown.
And someone came in and said that we're going into another lockdown, and I just ran out the back and cried, and I lost that $30,000 worth within half a day of everybody just cancelling again. And that was pretty much my breaking point. I really didn't cope well. I'm gonna cry. Really didn't cope well with that.
It was the support of family that helped Sharon get back on her feet.
When it comes to tears, you know, you can cry together. There's even been a few staff, like half of my staff are like family. There was times I didn't think we were going to make it, but you can't keep a good woman down, and I just had to keep going.
Sharon is in business with her daughter Shayla, and they make a good team.
Food is the way to everybody's heart, isn't it? So it certainly was the way forward for me.
In fact, family is central to every aspect of this venture, perhaps because Sharon lost her mum at a young age.
I really didn't cope well with losing my mum, and finding my way out was going back to the beginning, and that was the food.
Despite COVID, Sharon recently struck out in a new direction, making sweet treats with native ingredients.
The first two we developed were the Davidson plum and the lemon myrtle, and I went with both of them with the white chocolate. The flavours are absolutely beautiful.
Sharon is thankful to Indigenous Business Australia
That's lovely.
for helping develop plans to export her chocolates globally.
I don't want to associate it with Jolly Jolly anyway.
And you can actually taste the really sort of strong wattle seed flavour.
Yeah, it's just in the road here.
She's doing an amazing job. She's in food, massive hit because of the pandemic. How do you pivot? So she starts the chocolate line. And then I'm just proud that IBA was able to sort of be there.
It's fantastic.
It is good.
Sharon has sold more than 2.5 tonnes of chocolate so far, and she has big plans to grow further.
Starting off with the chocolates, we have tapped into a little bit of Singapore and Malaysia at the moment. I really want to focus on the pillow chocolates, the small 10-gram chocolates, and try and get them like in as many countries as I possibly can. Focus on having the Indigenous ingredients as well.
Sharon is one of those people who works incredibly hard, very determined, driven, but she isn't just on a journey by herself. She takes other Indigenous businesses with her, and that's what you see at Kui Cafe and the products that she supplies. She not only sells her products, but she also sells other people's products. So she creates that Indigenous business economy.
I feel like I'm stepping into the shoes of my ancestors. My nan was always there for us. My mum, you know, was always there. I want to be there and make sure I'm there for not only my kids, but up-and-coming mob, wherever I can help, so they don't have to go through the hard times I went through.